Today, we're talking about two real-life examples and probably thousands more of how you can save thousands of dollars and giant headaches, viruses on your computer, hacks into your system by just having the proper document in place, knowing what's in it, and knowing how to use it. So we are talking about copyright law and specifically copyright law on the internet. Now, in our practice, my wife's practice, we routinely get a message through our contact page, or someone might just email us out of the blue and say something like this. I'm going to read it to you. Hi, this is Melinda, and I'm a certified illustrator. I was surprised, frankly speaking, when I came across my images at your website. If you use a copyrighted image without my permission, you need to be aware that you could be sued by the copyright holder. It's against the law to use stolen images, and it's so nasty. Take a look at this document with the links to my images you used at originsfunctionalmedicine.com and my earlier publications to get evidence of my legal copyrights. Download it now and check this out for yourself. And then there's a spam link. If you don't remove the images mentioned in the document above within the next several days, I'll write a complaint against you to your hosting provider, stating that my copyrights have been infringed and I'm trying to protect my intellectual property. And if that doesn't work, you may be pretty damn sure I'm going to report and sue you, and I will not bother myself to let you know of it in advance. So reading that, one might be tempted to actually click on the link and maybe download it and say, oh no, I've infringed somebody's copyright and they're going to sue me, they're going to report me. What do I do? Thankfully, in our practice, in my wife's practice, I've taught people to just let me know, I'm general counsel. So we taught our staff, and Linda, my wife, knows if there's anything like that, copyright law issues, they just forward it to me. And so rather than click on the link, I knew that we had a Digital Millennium Copyright Act takedown notice in our website terms and conditions. So I know that you have to, if you're going to do a takedown notice, and we'll talk about that in a few seconds, that you have to follow the rules in the DMCA takedown notice. So I emailed this person back. I didn't click on her email. I didn't click on her link. I just copied and pasted her email into the recipients area and said, hi, Melinda or Melissa, we have a DMCA takedown notice policy. You can find it here. And when you submit your request that way, we'll take a better look at it. Well, when I sent that email, the email address was undeliverable. So that really confirmed the fact that, one, it was probably spam, but two, just that having those two steps in place, knowing what this was, knowing how to use it, and then knowing how to react when something came up, saved us at least a virus, probably a lot worse, and eventual HIPAA breaches, which could have a lot of fines on them, and lots of headaches, right? So that similar inquiry came up last week from one of our members. At Functional Lawyer, we have a membership that includes all of our documents, but more importantly, access to me through weekly office hours, sometimes some quick email support, as in this case, and often with one-on-one calls as well. On top of that, there's lots of educational content in pre-recorded format with downloads and checklists and more inside the membership area. So if that's something that appeals to you, check that out. But one of our members reached out to me with a similar question. Hey, we got a takedown notice. What do we do? So they said, is this spam? What do we do? So I told them the story that I told you. I said, don't click on any links. Send them the email, say CRDMCA takedown notice policy in your terms and conditions, and then see what happens after that. If they comply with that, then it might be a real person having a real issue. But if they don't, then you can mark it off as spam. Save yourself the virus, save yourself the HIPAA breaches, and save yourself all the headaches that accompany those two things. So the Digital Millennium Copyright Act, what it is a federal law passed in 1998, and it's designed to basically curtail piracy or stealing of intellectual property on the internet. And what will happen usually, and a very common example, is that someone will use a song or an image from Disney or another copyrighted work, and they'll put it on YouTube or Facebook. Now, before 1998, there was no recourse, but now DMCA requires places like YouTube, Facebook, or website owners like you to have a provision somewhere that allows copyright owners to notify the owner of the website that they're infringing on their work and how to take it down, or how to make a request for a takedown. So in this case, we have in our terms and conditions, and a lot of people ask me why you need terms and conditions. This is one reason why. We have the DMCA takedown notice, the rules, who to send the email to, what they have to include. You know, a screenshot usually is better than a link. Screenshot, you know, the actual item, the page it's on, you know, that sort of stuff. Email it to us, we'll review it, and then we'll get back to them. So in this case, again, we saved a bunch of money. My client, my member, saved a virus and probably some money as well. And that's really the power of having the right forms, knowing what's in them and how to react. Or if you're focused on your practice, as you should be, and being a good provider, having someone to turn to ask the right questions. So nobody knows everything. And so our members did the right thing. They turned to me to ask me the question, and then I gave them the proper response, saved them a bunch of headaches, virus, and money. So if you don't have terms and conditions on your website, that's one of the main things I look for when I talk to new practices. One, you look more professional, but two, just having it in place and having read it or understanding it helps you save a bunch of money down the road in cases like this. So DMCA, what is it? It protects people from copyright infringement, or more accurately, it allows copyright owners to have their copyrighted works taken off of pirating websites, or websites for which content users can upload them, or the owner of a website puts an image they found on Google at the top of their blog, and then that picture owner, the license holder for that picture, has a recourse to reach out to you and ask you to take it down. And so for you as a website owner, you ought to have it on your site or in your website terms and conditions. If you don't have those, you can get them at Functional Lawyer, along with a website privacy policy and a website disclaimer, by the way. And that is something that you can have to protect yourself. So Digital Millennium Copyright Act, again, protects against stealing other people's property on the internet. If you have it in your terms and conditions, you'll know how to react if someone sends you a real request, or more likely a spam or fake request as well. So if you want more information on how that works and how you can access me as part of the membership, you can click the link below. Otherwise, we'll see you guys in the next one.